Hey guys, my name is Sumit and welcome to my channel again. So today I'm gonna solve one more problem on LeetCode, which is called number of island, and it's a medium level problem. It's very interesting problem. And so yeah, let's continue on this problem. But before I continue, make sure to subscribe my channel if you're new here, and hit the bell icon and follow me on all social medias. Links are there in the description box. Okay, so the question says that given an M cross and 2D binary grid matrix which represents a map of ones and zeros. Ones represent land and zeros represent water. Return the number of islands. So an island is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally and vertically. You may assume all four edges of the grid are all surrounded by water. So here in this example we have grid 1 1. So all these so what it says, an island surrounded by water is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally or vertically. So all the ones that are connected either horizontally or vertically, only those ones will be considered to be part of the island. So for example, this one here, this one won't be considered I mean not this one. Let's say this one. So this is one island. This whole thing is one island. I mean not this one. This one and this one will be part of one island. So it will give count one. Then this one will be one island, and then this one will be third island. So here all these four ones, they are all connected to each other through either like in horizontal direction or or either horizontally or vertically. So that is why this is one. These all ones will be, these all four ones will be considered as one island, but this one won't be considered as part of this island. Why? Because these are not, this one is not connected to either this island or this island here, because we cannot consider the diagonal connection, right? So the way of solving this question is that we will iterate through the matrix, and once we find one, we'll increase the count as one, and then we'll actually follow the depth first search. That means we'll go in all possible four directions of the one, and we'll convert 1 to 0. So let's say when we find this first one, we'll increase count to 1. Okay, and then we'll convert this one to 0, and then we'll follow the depth first search from this point in all possible four direction, and we'll convert each one to 0. So it will convert this one to 0, it will convert this one to 0, this one to 0, this one to 0, this one to 0, every one to 0, and then when there is nothing to return, it will return, and then we'll keep on iterating the grid matrix. So let me tell you what I am telling. So let's say first base condition, if there is if grid dot length is equal to 0, then we'll return null. I mean we'll return 0, sorry, return 0. Else what we'll do, we'll first we'll initialize the count variable is equal to 0, or name it as number of islands. Okay, and then we'll iterate through the grid matrix. So for int I is equal to 0, I smaller than grid dot length, and I plus plus, and then again we'll take one more inner loop. So for int j is equal to 0, j smaller than grid of 0 dot length, and j plus plus, and then when we find, so what's the condition? When in grid, if we find any character as 1, so if grid of I j is equal to 1, then what we will do, we'll increase the count of number of island to 1. So we got one number of island, so number of islands to number of islands plus plus, and then we'll call depth first search DFS, and then we'll pass the grid, we'll pass the current position, and I think that should that's it, that is it. And then okay, then we'll define this method here. So it will take of grid int I int j. Now we'll check the boundary conditions. So we have to make sure that we are not going out of bounds of the grid. So if I is less than 0 or j is less than 0, or if I is greater than equal to grid dot length, or j is greater than grid of 0 dot length. This is grid, not graph, my bad. Or if the current character where we are in the grid, if it is 0, so if grid of I 0 I j is equal to 0, then what we will do, we will just return. We are returning nothing, we will just return. Else what we will do, we'll convert the grid current element that we are pointing in the grid to 0. We'll flip that to 0, so that will be converted to 0. Okay, so that we don't recount, we don't reconsider the same ones. That is why we are doing that. So let's say when we get one island here, and when we are considering this island, so there can be scenario how to explain this. I mean, we are just flipping all the ones to 0, so that it is not reconsidered, I don't know how to explain that. So BFS, and then we'll pass the grid, and then we'll pass I plus 1 and j. Okay, then BFS, then grid, then we'll go up. I plus 1 is down, I minus 1 is up. Then sorry, not BFS, it's going to be DFS. Then copy this everything. Why am I typing? And okay, and then I, then we'll go right, and j minus 1 will go left and right. So this one is for up, so sorry, not up, down. This is for up, this is for right, and this is for left. Okay, so this is how things are working, and that's it. That is it. Yes, that is it. And then we'll return the number of islands. We'll return number of islands. So let's see if this code works or not. What happened? Number of return. Okay, so this one is accepted. Now let's try to submit it. Array index. smaller than equal to smaller than equal to 0, no, what the heck, here. Okay, so this code is working, guys, and I hope I was able to explain it properly. So let me walk through, let me walk you through this code again. So what I am doing, first I'm checking, okay, the grid matrix is not 0. If it is 0, we are not returning anything, then that means number of island is obviously 0. Now if it is not 0, then we are going through each element of the grid, and when we find first one, we'll increase the number of island to 1, and then we'll do depth first search, will expand through expand in all possible 4 directions of that one, and will whenever we will convert each one to 0 so that it is not reconsidered, and then and that's how the same process goes on. So okay, so here when I find first one, I will convert it to 0, then I will go here, I will convert this to 0, then I will go here, convert this to 0, then I will go here, convert this to 0, then I will go here, convert this to 0, then this whole direction is done. Then from again like 1 year, I will go this direction, I will convert this to 0, convert this to 0, convert this to 0, convert this to 0. So number of island is 1, because I had to just it didn't only I had to increase the count only once. And the same one in the same way, like in this grid, when we find first one, I will convert this to 0, then I will go this direction, I will convert this to 0, this to 0. When I find this one, I will go this direction, convert this to 0, rest of them are 0. So that's it. So first count is 1. Now again, when while iterating, when I reach there, at this point, not at this point, at this one, then I will convert this to 0. So there are no ones in all 4 direction, and we can't go diagonally. We can go horizontally and vertically, and there are no ones either in horizontal direction or in vertical direction. So count is 2 now. Now when I reach this one, I will convert this to 0, and then I will expand again, and I will convert this to 0, and I will increase the number of island, count to 1, and that's how it's working. And that's it. So yeah, that was it. I hope you liked the video, and I hope I was able to explain you all properly. And if you're new here, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, and make sure to follow me on all my social medias. Links are there in the description box, and I will see you next video. Till then, bye bye, goodbye. I love you all. Stay safe and peace out.